Hi, I'm Feral King, and you are tuned into the movement.
Dude, do you think this coffee is strong?
.xyz. So my friends, I have a conversation for you. We are going to get it in. This conversation is going to be interesting.
Skin. I nurture my skin. No, tell her.
That's all I can hold my breath. Now we're going to be getting into this Illuminati whistleblower. It's talking about backmasking, right? Music, you know, especially the one song everybody knows, Stairway to Heaven, and talking about how it's all these demonic spells within the music, my friends. Music is a frequency, man, just like television. It sends out electrical signals, my friends. So, I know that a lot of you love your precious.
You so fucking precious when you smile. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. But I lose myself up in those eyes.
I know, you're precious. So, with this being said, we're going to get it in, my friends. It's not about aliens today, it's about the New World Order. And it's about you waking up. And don't forget, do not wear these feelings, man. Don't forget to smile and be happy, man. Okay? It's all about the information. Now, it's up to you if you believe it or not. So, without further ado,
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
let's get it. I messed up. There we go.
So notice, not only do we have a red circle, which is a very important symbol in the occult, but it is white in one place. It is the serpent biting its tail, which is an old symbol for Lucifer. This is Lucent Technologies. I have a little story behind this. A good crowd of Christian people are very informed
Lucent
about
Technologies was located in the 666 building in New York.
Country, especially in Little Rock and Denver, I noticed the largest warehouses in the country are owned by Lucent Technologies.
Interesting. Lucent Technologies is now Nokia. Look it up for yourself. Lucent Technologies is now Nokia.
Everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people, and you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intention. How do I put it? It was like, what do you care about them? What do you care about those people? What difference does it make to you?
The FEMA camps,
Take care of
man.
your own
Look at all the
life.
caskets. Either that or they're ready for war.
You and your family. What do the rest of the people mean to you? They don't mean anything to you. They're just serfs. They're just people. You know, it was just a lack of caring. You know, and that's just not who I was. It was just sort of like cold. You know, it was just like cold. You know, and I used to say to him, what's the point of all this? You have all the money in the world you need. You have all the power you need. What's the point? You know, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society.
I'm not talking really about backwards masking, I'm talking really about backwards messages. In fact, one way to do it, which wouldn't require demons or higher intelligences to intercede, would be just to take straight words, take 7 or 8 words in a song, and reverse them. And then when you played it backwards, you would hear those words. But when you heard it forwards, what would you hear? You'd hear something backwards. It wouldn't make sense. So when people talk about how backwards masking is done in the studio, yeah, that kind of backwards masking is done in the studio. No problem. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you hear music and lyrics forward, And then you hear those same lyrics backwards, and it's a message forward, and those same words are a message backwards. Okay?
It's not a
And we're not talking
coincidence.
about one or two words. We're not talking about something like the cat and playing it backwards and trying to get something like tack backwards and something out of the. We're talking about sometimes over 15 words straight. We're talking on Stairway to Heaven right around 30 words. Okay? And we're not only talking about that, we're talking about a song that wasn't engineered to be heard backwards, but came right from the spirit world automatically. Okay? And then we're talking about if you wanted to make lyrics backwards on a song, you're going to mess up that song forward pretty bad, right? Well, Stairway to Heaven is the most popular song in rock and roll. So this destroys any kind of argument that comes against it. And what destroys it more is the lyric forward often has everything to do with the lyric backwards. And to take it even further, you can hear a lot of these same things on live albums backwards. Because it's the demonic spirits using these human beings. Do you understand that? So let's listen to it. Remember, first of all, that they were invoking Satan, that they got it from Satan, and listen to what you hear backwards. Forward. Your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Forward it says, and your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Backwards it says, because I live with Satan. Listen carefully. Raise your hands if you heard that.
Whoa, shit,
Quite clear,
man.
quite obvious. There's a lot more. Backwards it says, here's to my sweet Satan. Did you hear that? Listen carefully. It says, I want to live it backwards, like the Zep, whose power is Satan. Did you hear that? Then it says, he will give you 6 fingers.
Whoa,